Navigating a timeline shift can be an experience that's both exhilarating and disorienting, signaling a profound transformation in your life. When you shift timelines, you're essentially stepping into an alternate version of your reality, one where different possibilities exist. Even if it seems like nothing has changed on the surface, the shift isn't about drastic changes in your surroundings or the people in your life. Instead, the transformation starts internally, rippling out from your deepest consciousness and subtly altering the trajectory of your life. This shift happens as you make decisions, both big and small, that pull you toward new futures. As this inner realignment takes place, it starts to manifest outwardly in ways you might not always expect. When you shift timelines, you'll notice changes in how you perceive reality. It all begins with a subtle shift in your awareness. You might wake up one day feeling that the things that once captivated you no longer hold the same allure. This change isn't random. It's your consciousness aligning with a higher frequency, inviting you to shed aspects of your life that no longer resonate with this new reality. Activities you once enjoyed may now feel draining or uninspiring. The hobbies, relationships, and even possessions that once defined you may seem hollow, as if they belong to a version of yourself you've outgrown. This detachment isn't something to fear. It's a clear sign you've shifted to a different timeline. You're being nudged to release what no longer serves you, creating space for the new to enter. This is the natural ebb and flow of life, an energetic spring cleaning of sorts, where shedding the old is necessary to welcome the new. As your internal landscape changes, so will your external reality. You might find yourself reacting differently to familiar situations, almost as if you're observing your life through a new lens. The people around you may be the same, but your responses to them feel different. What once triggered you may no longer have the same hold, and your emotional reactions become more aligned with peace and acceptance. This is because you're no longer operating from a place of fear, guilt, or shame, but rather from a place of love and trust. When you shift timelines, your operating system, the way you interpret the world, and your role in it changes. You find yourself making choices that resonate more deeply with your true self, and this shift in perspective alters the reality you experience. You begin to embody a higher version of yourself, one that isn't a victim of circumstances but an active participant in the creation of your reality. This new way of operating can feel foreign at first, especially if you're used to navigating life through a lens of scarcity, fear, or limitation. However, this change is a clear sign you've shifted timelines. The emotional patterns and mental loops that once governed your decisions now seem distant. You no longer need to force yourself into situations that feel misaligned, because you've shifted into a version of reality where your higher self is in charge. This higher version of you thrives on acceptance and curiosity, rather than judgment or control. It's as if you've stepped into a more fluid, expansive state where life is no longer something to just survive, but something to experience fully with trust and openness. During this time, it's common to feel like you're in a state of limbo, suspended between your old life and the new reality that hasn't fully manifested yet. This transitional phase can feel disorienting, like being caught between worlds. You may feel detached from your past, but at the same time, the future feels uncertain. It's as if you're floating in a space where the old rules no longer apply, yet the new ones haven't fully revealed themselves. This feeling of limbo isn't a sign of stagnation, but an essential part of the timeline shift. It's in this space of uncertainty that the deepest transformation occurs. You're shedding the energetic remnants of your old timeline while calibrating to the frequency of the new one. This phase of in-betweenness can feel uncomfortable, as you're no longer tethered to the familiar. But it's precisely in this discomfort that the most profound growth happens. Like a caterpillar in its cocoon, you're undergoing a metamorphosis, breaking free from the constraints of your old self and emerging into a new version of reality. During this time, it's important to trust that even if things feel chaotic or out of control, There's an underlying order guiding the process. You're not lost. You're being recalibrated to a new frequency, one that aligns with your highest potential. As you continue to go through this timeline shift, you may start to notice synchronicities, those seemingly random coincidences that hold a deeper meaning. These synchronicities are markers that indicate you're on the right path, guiding you toward experiences and opportunities that resonate with your new timeline. Pay attention to these subtle signs, as they're the universe's way of communicating with you. They serve as reminders that even in moments of doubt, you're being guided toward your highest good. At first, these signs may appear as small shifts in your daily routine or unexpected opportunities that align with your desires. But as you fully embrace the timeline shift, you'll begin to notice more significant changes in your reality. The people you attract into your life, the opportunities that present themselves, and even the challenges you face will all be in alignment with the version of yourself that exists on this new timeline. You may find that your relationships deepen, your career takes unexpected turns, or your personal goals suddenly start to materialize with greater ease. This doesn't mean that challenges will disappear. Rather, the way you approach them will change. On this new timeline, you're no longer bound by the limitations of your old self. You've shifted into a reality where solutions come more easily, where your intuition guides you with greater clarity, and where your actions are aligned with a deeper sense of purpose. The struggles that once seemed insurmountable now appear as opportunities for growth, and the obstacles that once felt like roadblocks now serve as stepping stones toward your highest self. Throughout this process, it's essential to practice patience and self-compassion. It may feel disorienting at times, but it's ultimately a sign of growth and alignment with your highest self. Trust the process, embrace the uncertainty, and know that every step you take is guiding you toward a future that is more in harmony with your true self. I hope you enjoyed this explanation. If you're still here, I'd love to know what you learned or what you'd like to add. As always, wishing you a beautiful day.